In today's video, I'm working on a bamboo tray and I'm trying out some new resin. I'm going to do an ocean style resin pour. I have some gloves and my face mask. I have the resin, which is from Let's Resin. They sent this to me to test out, so I'm excited to try out some new resin. I have some white pigment for waves. I also have some sand that I will be adding, and then I have my blue acrylic paints from Amsterdam. So this epoxy resin is a 1-to-1 part, so 1 part hardener to 1 part resin. They had sent me some cups that have measurements on them, so I measured out about 9 ounces. I wasn't sure how much I would need for this smaller tray. I ended up only using about probably 5.5 to 6 ounces, so I used the rest for some other small projects. But these cups that have the markers on them are really nice if you want to get really precise with your measurements, or if you know that you need a specific amount of resin for the project that you're working on. Once I have my resins poured, I just added them to the same cup and then just started mixing them. And mixing time is always about 3 to 5 minutes. If you don't mix it long enough, it may not harden properly, so I always try and make sure that I am mixing for the amount of time that the instructions say to. Once I had my resin mixed, I just added some of my colors to a couple of cups along with a little bit of sand. Anytime you're putting an additive like paint or a pigment into the resin, you want to use about 1 part pigment to about 9 parts paint. 9 parts resin. If you add too much paint, it will actually cause the resin to harden really quickly, and it won't give you any working time. So just a very small amount of paint to quite a bit of resin, and as you see, once I start mixing them, it really just blends into the resin and you still get a really dark, vibrant color. Once I have all of my resin mixed, I just started adding it to my tray. I like to do the sand first and then the blues, and then I add the white. This is the first time that I'm using this white pigment. I wanted to see how well it would work to create some wave effects and some cells and overall I really liked the way it worked. I had a different one that I was using previously and it just didn't work out this nicely, so I will link the pigment that I'm using down in the video description below. This is one that I just got right off of Amazon. And as I'm adding the resin, I'm trying hard not to add too much. If I add too much, the blue and the white will overtake the sand and you won't really see that bottom. So since it's a tray and there's no space for the excess to run off, I'm just adding a small amount. You can always add more later if you need more resin to fill up your space. But once you have it in there, it's quite difficult to take it back out. So once I have all of my colors in the tray, I'm just using my hairdryer to blow out the white. It created some really beautiful lacing and cells and just a really nice wave effect. I've done this a few times for some other projects. I made some ornaments and some clocks with the kind of lake ocean vibe, and it worked out really well. I did one small tray like this before and actually sold it at a craft fair, so I'm really happy that this is turning out well for some more trays. And I think I'll be doing this again in the future with some things like coasters and some other items. But this is really fun to do. The resin was really, really nice to work with. It had a really nice consistency. It cured really well. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I don't work with resin too much, but this one was really fun to do. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one.